Now, this is the article I was talking about. All right, so let's start it. In his first interview since being acquitted of murder, Kyle Rittenhouse slammed both the men who prosecuted him and the former lawyers who made him a Second Amendment hero. Rittenhouse, now 18, answered a series of phony questions from Fox News host Tucker Carlson, who called him a sweet kid and seemed shocked to hear about the substandard living conditions in his jail. Sweet. Yeah, Tucker Carlson, the whole interview, I believe, I haven't seen the interview, I've seen like a little parts of it. I'm pretty sure he's going to be soy facing the entire interview. There's no way. He saw this as a perfect opportunity to virtue signal and to soy face all over the screen, just coming all over it. And then he just, of course, he's gonna act this way. And it's funny to hear him say that he was shocked about the substandard living conditions in his jail, which, when I'm pretty sure he's one of the people who want private jails to still continue exist and probably even become even more powerful in this nation, this kind of garbage nation. Yeah, I'll say garbage nation America is. Carlson is also producing a documentary about the case. God damn, he's really doing everything here. He's really milking Rittenhouse dry, just jerking him off on this, which will be released in December. Rittenhouse attorney Mark Richards told the Associated Press that filming was arranged against his wishes by people who were raising money for Rittenhouse, although he did not say that Fox paid the teen. During the hour-long interview aired Monday, Rittenhouse offered sharp words for his former attorneys Lynn Wood and John Pierce, whom he accused, I keep wanting to say Pierre, John Pierre Polnareff, who he accused of using him to raise money for their own political agendas. Rittenhouse and Wood are fighting over who should get a $2 million. I'll say they only got $2. That's it. No, they got $2 million posted for the teen's bail in November 2020. The Tribune reached out to Wood, whose Fight Back Foundation champions far-right issues and election conspiracy theories, and he responded with a recording of an interview he had done on Monday with another news organization. Wood told a Daily Beast reporter he was recording the conversation and would share it publicly. Wood suggested Rittenhouse had been fed misinformation and said that he had been done nothing but to help the teen. He said the teen was being influenced by an advisor with a deep state agenda. Okay, so this guy is crazy. Yeah, well, he is from the Daily Beast, so you can't when Daily Beast sends their people, they're not sending their best, is what I can add. In addition to making the $2 million bail, Fightback paid around $700,000 for his attorneys' fees and expenses of legislation, including spending money to produce the videotape that was kinda the start to finish off what happened, he said on the recording. Rittenhouse spent more than 80 days in jail, including several weeks in a Kenosha facility that said he did not have running water, which is a problem because jails in America are really bad, and it's very close to like slavery by barely paying their criminals there. Lack of a better word I can use. Like paying them for their work and making them do more horrendous things than they probably did out in the free world, and making them institutionalized by not helping them get back into society. So even though a lot of people probably say, oh yeah, I hope Rittenhouse had a horrible time in jail, I feel like this should be more of, this should open people's eyes more. Hopefully the right, but I don't have that much hope for the right, that our jails need to be a lot better, especially prisons. Carlson appeared incredulous as Rittenhouse described the sanitary conditions and fears for his own safety while in custody. Though he did not have running water, Rittenhouse said he had a single cell with a desk, television, bed, tablet, and phone. Imagine putting that kid in jail, Carlson told viewers in a tone typically reserved for pearl clutching and soy facing. Rittenhouse also criticized his former attorney Pierce for saying the team was part of an unorganized militia. Rittenhouse defense team blasted the militia rumors on trial without acknowledging his ex-lawyer's role in the claim. John Pierce said that it's blatantly false. Rittenhouse said, "I didn't know what the militia was until after the fact. Until November 25th, when I was watching some of the interviews he did, I'm like, I'm not in a militia. I don't know what that is." So did he say that like before or after? Because it sounds like he said he did not know he was in a militia until after the fact, and then later on he said, I'm not in a militia. I don't know what that is." So do you know what a militia? Were you in a militia or were you not? As you say, but I'm gonna give him charitability and saying, and we'll say that the second quote, "I'm not in the militia. I don't know what that is," came before. I didn't know what militia was until after the fact. Rittenhouse fatally shot Joseph Rosenbaum and Anthony Huber and wounded Gage Grosskreutz while ostensibly guarding a used car lot with an AR-15 style rifle in downtown Kenosha on August 25, 2020. All four men were in a southeast Wisconsin town amid social unrest following the shooting of Jacob Blake, a black man, by a white police officer. Yeah, just saying how he was found not guilty and it was in self-defense. Just saying how they ruled. I believe God been on my side from the beginning, Rittenhouse told Carlson. Oh my God. Rittenhouse repeated many of the explanations and self-defense claims he offered during his testimony. He's also hurled accusations at Kenosha County Assistant Direct Attorney Thomas Binger, alleging pro-sectorial misconduct and saying he worried about defendants who didn't have the money to fight for themselves like he did. Oh, and this next part really what was funny to me and what made conservatives rage, and I'm here for it. I am not racist. I'm not a racist person. I support the BLM movement. I support peacefully demonstrating. He said, "I believe there needs to be change. I believe there's a lot of pro-sectorial misconduct, not just in my case, but other cases." He sounds a little based here. A little bit. I mean, he's not saying anything wrong here, anything I disagree with, but it's just weird hearing this come out of his mouth. It's just amazing to see how much a prosecutor can take advantage of someone. If they did this to me, imagine what they could have done to a person of color who maybe doesn't have the resources as I do. Holy shit, man. This one, that whole section right there. Ooh, conservatives were seizing with rage. They were ringing all across the stars. Once this dropped, you can hear a collective ring from Twitter. And if you hear a noise that it kind of sounded like an airplane around your house, that wasn't an airplane. That was the ring of conservatives when they heard or read that quote. And I'm here for it. Every time conservatives it's great. It's great. So I have a mixed opinion on this because of course he didn't say anything wrong and he didn't say anything I'm against, but it's just super weird. It's super weird to hear all of these like words coming out of Rittenhouse's mouth. But yeah, I guess if he actually believes in this, he just have to act. I guess he just has to act. In an email to the Tribune, Binger said he had not seen the interview or paid attention to comments made since the verdict. He said he has been focused on two upcoming trials, including one of the girl was abducted and raped. Holy shit, that came out of nowhere. I was not expecting that one. As for Mr. Rittenhouse, the only thing I can say is that I have been a prosecutor for a long time, and I know it's routine for defendants to accuse the police or the prosecution of misconduct because they're unhappy that they've been caught and charged with a crime. Damn. I mean, that's a little sus though. Like defendants to accuse the police. I mean, police have been known to do some foul shit, to people, especially to like accuse them of crimes and make them like confess on some shit they didn't do, like we saw on the last segment. And other I give Rittenhouse complains no more credence than I do any other disgruntled defendant. He would be wise to remember that being found not guilty by a jury is not the same thing as being innocent. Indeed, no one can ignore the fact that he killed two people, and as a burden he would carry on with him for the rest of his life. Which is true. Rittenhouse is probably no, it's definitely traumatized from killing two people, and all I can hope for that he never comes close to doing anything like this ever again. Carlson also attacked reports referring to Rittenhouse as white supremacist, correctly asserting there is no evidence the teen has any ties to any hate groups before the shooting, which is true. There is no evidence of Rittenhouse being a white supremacist before the shooting, but there is evidence of him being a larpy shithead, which is pretty bad as well. Not as bad, but it's pretty bad as well. Carlson did not ask Rittenhouse about photos showing him posing with the members of the Proud Boys, a far-right group known for street fights that the Defamation League characterizes as misogynistic, Islamophobic, transphobic, and anti-immigration, with some members espousing white supremacist and anti-Semitic ideologies, because he knows that afterwards Rittenhouse was with the Proud Boys and was seen having drinks with Proud Boys, which is very, very sus. Is not 100%. We can't say 100% sure because of that. He's a white supremacist, but it is very, very sussy baka that he was sharing drinks with the Proud Boys. And of course, I'm not surprised that Tucker Carlson did not ask about him, because I'm pretty sure Tucker Carlson. I'm pretty sure that he supports the Proud Boys and likes what they do, and he does, and he knows that. I think now in the face of normies, I think that if they think Proud Boys are bad and they are what they are, like racist, Islamophobic, transphobic, and anti-immigration, and I think most normies think that they are white supremacists. So I think that's a good thing that Tucker did not ask Rittenhouse about the Proud Boys, because it shows that since Tucker's whole thing is trying to get normies to become white supremacists, that if he brings up the Proud Boys, since I think we're winning on that front, saying showing that Proud Boys are white supremacists. So, yep, overall, a good thing that he did not bring that up, even though, we can bring it up and saying that he was with the Proud Boys afterwards. As he's had during his testimony, Rittenhouse said that he is a student at Arizona State University. An ASU spokesman, however, said Rittenhouse has not gone through the admissions process with Arizona State University and is not enrolled in the Edison College of Nursing and Health Innovation. Instead, he started a non-degree seeking online program. Less than 3 weeks before the trial began, Rittenhouse said he would like to live on campus studying either nursing or law. He plans to move out of the Midwest and keep a low profile, he said. That is not happening. Do not hope for that. That is not happening. Every time this kid moves, people will dox where he's at. People will find out which college he's at, and people will start canceling, for lack of a better word, the college to make them kick out Rittenhouse. So yeah, I think from now on to the end of his life, Rittenhouse will be remembered for this, and Rittenhouse, do not expect an easy life from here on out. I'm not saying I'm not doing anything, because I'm not going to do it. I'm just saying Twitter people are probably going to dox him, but I'm just saying don't hope for that, Rittenhouse, because I don't have the time to do that, and honestly, I don't care to follow this kid around. After this is done, I probably won't even think about Rittenhouse ever again. But yeah, that's the whole, pretty much the whole summary of Rittenhouse and his interview with Tucker Carlson. Again, if I knew for 100% that I would not get a copyright claim to watch the video, I would watch the video on stream, but I'm not today. But yeah, that's the end of segment